Can I use famous names in YouTube SEO? What impact will that have? Are there any disadvantages to doing that? And what about copyright? Do I have the right to do something like that? Will using a famous name or an image of a famous person on a thumbnail, will that increase my click-through rate? We're going to take a look at the audience that this will build. We're going to take a look at engagement. So by the end of this video, you'll know all the pros and cons and you'll understand whether this is a strategy that you should use. Let's dive right in. So this is a tactic that's been used for many, many years. And why? Why have people done this? Well, because famous people are commonly searched, or they're very interesting. People want to know about it. So by putting their image on your thumbnail, or by putting their name in the tags field or in the title of your video, the hope is, hey, I'm just going to get some attention. I'm going to get people to watch my video. The YouTube algorithm has changed quite a lot, and you can't trick YouTube like we used to be able to. So if you put a name of a famous person in the title of your video, but that person isn't part of the content of the video, then it makes no sense and YouTube will penalize it and not send traffic to your video. Same thing with the keyword field. So even if your video is true to the title, but you think, oh, I'm going to put this famous person's name that also talks about this in the tag field. If your video doesn't talk about that person or reference that person in any way, that tag will actually hurt your video. So what about if you do talk about that person in your video, right? If that person is a key part, if that's the subject of the video, well, then it makes sense to be in the title. Can using a famous name in a video lead to copyright or trademark issues? The quick answer is no. If you're using their content as your own, then yeah, you're violating lots of copyright stuff there. But if you're talking about them, their name isn't copyrighted, they're famous and you can talk about them, no problem. How can I use famous names ethically in my video content for better SEO? Well, that's a long question. But the best strategy that you can use is do keyword research to find what questions are people asking about this famous person. And you're going to be able to find that. So when you find these questions, pick the ones that you want to answer that really relate to it, and that can be the title of your video. Now, the challenge to that is there's going to be a lot of other people talking about this famous person. So for you to really get traction in SEO and for you to really have your videos rank at the top of YouTube, you've got to dominate the entire branch. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about there, I have another video that I filmed previously. I'll link to it up here. It's called YouTube SEO, the Leaf Strategy. I talk about how to dominate YouTube. Okay, so when you do this keyword research for this famous person, you're going to look at this branch and say, do I want to film every single one of these videos? Do I really want to dominate this branch? Or am I hoping to just get a little bit of traffic because I'm talking about a famous person? You can use this strategy to totally dominate that branch, but in most cases, it's probably not realistic. You're probably just wanting to make one video, and you're more likely to have that video go viral than to show up in the top of search. And going viral is not very likely at all. Can using a famous person in a YouTube thumbnail boost my click-through rate? Yeah, if you put Donald Trump or Will Smith or Princess whoever on your thumbnail, you're probably going to get more clicks. But if it's a bait and switch, if they click on it expecting something and then they don't get that in the video, they're going to find out and leave very, very quickly, and that's going to hurt your video and actually hurt your channel. Can famous names in SEO attract the wrong audience or lower engagement? So absolutely. That's why I want to be really careful with this and think about, like, do I really want to dominate this? Am I just trying to ride a trend? Am I trying to trick people into learning about me? Because you can do keyword research and find what are the questions that your target audience is asking. Now, if your target audience is asking about this famous person, then you might have found a great opportunity there. But what's the reality of that? Like, think about your target audience. What questions are they asking? And what questions are they asking that shows that they're interested in what you have to offer? That's the best way to get really good engagement, to create a relationship, and to really turn these views into lead generation for your business. So if your goal on YouTube is to do that, to really market to people, to attract them, to build that relationship, and to generate leads, I want to teach you that strategy instead. I'll link to another video right here on the screen. It's called What is Video Marketing? And I teach my ultimate easy formula. So go watch that video next.